Good morning, trading world. It is January 20th, 2023, and this is my pre-market outlook and technical analysis for day trading the markets. It's just after 8:14 a.m. on the East Coast, and the title for this morning's outlook is, Do the Dippers Have It in Them for another time to come in and kick off another bounce? The last 2 days we looked at the 30,000 foot view, and I showed risk versus reward, and it played out to the side of the reward. Now, in keeping up with my opinions, I don't think the market is ready to completely break yet. So based on yesterday, the market really knows how to leave you hanging. Yesterday, I said I would be looking for the market to break back up inside the market maker's expected move at 391 to signal a kickoff to a nice bull move. And what did the market do? It came all the way back to within a few points of making me think it is a good chance, but not completely telling me or selling me on it by getting all the way into that 391 area. Also, if you look at our 30,000 foot view, you also see what may be like a inverse head and shoulders building. And if you look here, shoulder, head, shoulder, and this would mean we would have this is a reversal pattern, which means we're in a downtrend. So with the reversal coming, that means at some point we're going to have to reverse and go up. So another thing to notice is that in the last week, we have tested the trend channel. That's these two lines, the downward trend channel, twice. If you can see right here, we've tested once, twice, and there's a saying that persistence beats resistance, leading me to believe if price gets another chance at the channel up here, we break through at some point. This leads us to possibly two paths. Not sure if it all happens today, but the beginning could be started today. Path one, we get a strong bull takeoff after mulling around briefly in the early session. Path two, we get a big head fake reaching a resistance level and falling back to lows and then swinging back up late in the day. This is why I started laying bull put spreads yesterday and selling some puts as well. Also, if you remember, the outlook was bullish for the week, closing above 398. So from here, let's get into the key levels for the day. All right, here we are back with the key levels for today. Starting on the resistance side, we have our jack resistance at 389 to the 390 area. And if you notice, pretty much nothing has changed from yesterday. These are pretty much, with maybe one exception, the same levels from yesterday. The queen resistance area is going to be 391 to 393. This is going to be, again, really important for us to break through and continue up. And our king resistance level is huge. It's 394 all the way up to 400. On the support side, we have our jack support at 388 to the 387 area. Queen support 386 to the 385 area, and king support 384 to the 379 area. The main thesis for today is a small bearish bias, closing below the 388.64 with a projected target low of between 388 and 382. However, the alternate thesis, and I want to emphasize the alternate thesis, because whenever things are leaning one way and we have too many people on one side of the boat, we could topple, leading us to an explosive alternate thesis. The alternate thesis is bullish, closing above the 388.64 with a projected target high of between 389 and 401. It is a huge area, but we have a lot of people leaning to one side of the boat, meaning we could topple, causing an more explosive alternate thesis. The main channel we're in is 379 up to 397. The main channel above that is 397 up to 416. Market strength and breadth yesterday after the initial pop and drop grinded up for the rest of the day. Outside of a brief drop in strength and breadth that may happen early or during lunch, I look for strength to continue to gain throughout the day. We have a slight dissonance or harmony, depending on how you want to look at it, between the technical side, which is 50-50, and the quant side, which is bearish. That brings us to the scenarios of the day. All right, the first scenario is, and most probable scenario, is going to be a trend day up, meaning we open gap up and start with a push back toward the previous close represented by the blue line. We find support on or before that previous close, then begin the uptrend for the day. We usually find midday chop around either the possible queen or king resistance. However, this could be a really booming trend day. And when I say booming, I mean straight up. No looking back. This is possible to happen today. Let's get to the next scenario. All right, our next scenario could be our rounded reversal day type structure. We could get a continued push higher toward the jack or queen resistance area, find midday chop around either the queen or king resistance area. However, again, this could turn out to be an irregular reversal day. We could see an extreme swing midday down, then possibly back up later in the day. If this happens this way, it will be very sharp. And that's the possibility of this irregular trend day. Now, the normal reversal or rounded reversal day, we would see price action go back down with the same amount of energy or force that we went up with in the beginning of the day. But I'm looking for something irregular today. So it could be a sharp drop, and that drop could come all the way down and take us into these support levels down here around that 86, 85, 84 area. All right, and let's bring up the last scenario. All right, our last scenario could be our expanded range day structure. We could have an initial push up to major resistance, consolidate for a moment before chopping back down for the day. And at some point, it is possible that we kind of get that V bottom and try to push up from lows, but it's going to be really, really hard and a really short grind of things, short candles trying to grind its way up. So those are the scenarios of the day. These are the things that I am planning for. I hope this helps. Again, this will not be a regular day type structure. We're going to see some strange things. I'm even looking for VIX to maybe even pop and drop some more. Maybe VIX picks up a little and then at some point trails off. But the crazy thing about a day like today, if it happens the way that I'm planning, when we get that pop, the pop is going to be so strong that VIX may still rise. And I know we don't see that often, but that's what happened. People usually don't think about volatility to the upside, but it does happen. So again, I hope this helps. And as always, your most important job as a trader is to protect the capital that you already have. And we do this by knowing and understanding the risk that we have on in each position and managing that risk in accordance to our account size. That's it for today. Wishing you a positive trading day. Let's go out and make it a great one.